Hello everyone, Meanspeed here with another video. First one of these types of videos in a while, I think. But yeah, I mean, my last few have been more live commentary with gameplay. But since this is still a fairly new update and there's a bit to it, I wanted to make a video on it, talk about it, go over some stuff here. So starting out with the new map, it's called Unknown Uplands, and as you can see, it's in the style of the Avatar style maps, using quite a lot of those similar textures and that lightness. And I've got some mixed thoughts on this map. First of all, it's nice to finally have another one, and you know that new maps are still being added in and considered. And I do like the appearance of the map and the overall look and details, like the castle and the towers in the background, stuff like that. Unfortunately though, from what I've seen on the few games I've managed to get on the map, a few gameplay aspects are broken. First of all, it's quite easy to get outside of the map, and there are certain spots where you can play out of bounds without any punish zone, which defeats the purpose of the rest of the map and what's supposed to be main areas to fight in. There also seems to be an invisible wall on one side of the map next to some steps, which means you can't damage someone, they can't damage you, or both, which is a bit awkward. I'm not really seeing a lot of servers running the map, so I haven't played too much of it, and some might say I haven't played enough to get more of an opinion on how it plays, but from what I've already seen, I can only really go off that. It looks cool, but in practice it's not that ideal to play on for proper games. You know, I like that new maps are still somewhat of a focus though, and in the future it'd be cool to see more maps in the classic BFH style. Infantry focus too would be nice, just because I personally prefer those, but vehicle maps would be appreciated as well, I'm sure, as long as they're not too much bigger than the current ones. As well as the map, there were two new weapons which I did actually test out on the map as well. The Wellrod pistol and the Wingman. Now, these are both Royal exclusive weapons, and this isn't the first time where one side has gotten a new weapon and the other hasn't, but in this case they're both reskins of previous weapons that the national side also has access to anyway, so it's not like a big issue in terms of gameplay and you know, stats. So the Wellrod pistol is a reskin of the old closed beta short range pistols that are semi-automatic. Honestly, they can be fun to use, but you're not really going to have a huge amount of success with this type of pistol, not so much as a soldier anyway. The pistol looks alright though, it's obviously another World War II weapon throwback, sort of going back to BFH's roots, I guess. The Wingman is a long range pistol reskin, specifically Harry's super hand cannon, because it sounds exactly the same. There aren't any custom sounds or anything like that. Yeah, so that weapon goes without saying, it's in my eyes not only the best pistol type in the game, but one of the best overall weapons. The pistol itself looks interesting. For some reason it reminds me of a pistol from Borderlands or something like that, but I did actually look it up, and after searching it, it's apparently inspired by a weapon from Apex Legends. So yeah, I mean, I've never played that game myself, but it's cool that weapons from other games are getting featured and being made. I mean, now that I've said Borderlands though, I think it'd be cool to see weapons from that series in some way, since BFH is, you know, also a cartoony game that's not supposed to take itself too seriously. A few map conversions were added in. Basically what I mean by that is the Hero of the Hill or Rocket game mode was added to a few of the older Avatar style maps, and the maps have also been tweaked slightly to fit the mode. On the Kawaii Kick map, for example, there's only a single rocket in the middle of the map, and certain archways and paths that were there before for the previous modes have been removed. So, you know, there's more open space to take the rocket, more sort of play space, I guess, for the actual mode itself. And I think it's nice to see maps get updated with other modes. In some cases it can make a map better or more interesting, and some people might not like a map when one game mode is featured but really like it for another one. For example, like if we go back to the original game, I didn't really like Seaside Skirmish too much in general from the, you know, basic team deathmatch kind of game mode, but when they did add team elimination back then, it wasn't actually that bad, you know, to be sort of restricted to a certain part of the map for a different mode and a different purpose. So yeah, that's kind of what I mean by that. Personally though, I think it would have been nice to have two rockets on the map, maybe like in place of the two main flags on the left and right side. I'm not really sure how that would work in practice, but that's what I'd always thought of for like Hero of the Hill on that kind of map. So as well as that stuff, there were quite a few clothing items added. All of these are community made, and so are the weapons actually, which is nice to see. I always like it when as many people as possible get to contribute to something on a game, you know, as long as the end result is good. You know, it's nice to get more people involved when you can and not restrict it too much. So yeah, what caught my eye the most out of all this new stuff, though, are actually that YouTube shirts got made. Now, those aren't actually in the store. You can't actually view them. I just kind of read about it, so they can't be seen. But I had to guess, really. I probably have to say that these will be prizes for contests or something like that, or just for making videos on the game. So maybe I'll get one. Who knows? Yeah, you'd hope so, but yeah. Also, as I'm late to this update as a whole, I'm also late to saying that the Halloween theme was added in. But yeah, just worth mentioning it, I guess, because it's a great theme and it brings back a lot of memories from 2011, good times. Yeah, that Halloween theme song's pretty cool. Definitely appreciate that. Yeah, so that's about all of the major stuff from this update. I'm hoping to have some more live commentary stuff uploaded soon enough. Go back to, what I was doing before. But yeah, it's always nice to sort of do this kind of video every once in a while as well, because I just like it. And this was an update, I guess, with enough stuff to do that for. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.